Yeah, so I'm just flipping in this field here, and this rock over here. I just got this rocker stone. Here he is. I'm just going to grab him in a second and put him down just so you can see him a little bit better. Alright, so here's that rocker toad, which is currently jumping away. So yeah, this is Sclerophis capensis, and you can see got a bunch of the sticky stuff that he's exuding from his parotoid glands here, just situated behind the eyes, these sort of red areas here. These are really common toads that you can find under these rocks and next to dams, rivers, in streams and stuff like that. And they've got these really cool sort of tubercles in the feet here as well. And yeah, cool toads. They get pretty big. This is about as big as they get. So pretty large toads, and yeah, cool first find. And I'm just gonna carry on flipping in this kind of flat area and see what else I can get. Alright, so I just got these two bibronze geckos under a rock together, and these are only juveniles. They can actually get a lot bigger than this. Actually one of South Africa's largest geckos. And you can see they've got these kind of rough granular scales that run down the body, and it's kind of white and brown sort of mottled coloration. And so yeah, cool geckos, and they're really common. You can just find them on the walls of houses at night, and these juveniles have got these nice patterned tails, so the whitened brownish collars down the back. So cool geckos, and I'm just gonna get some photos quickly and then put them back under their rock. Alright, so just got another lizard species here. Just got it under one of these rocks. It's pretty cold right now, even though the sun's just come out. It's been a pretty cold day, but yeah. This is a stripe phase western rock skink, Trachylepis sulcata, and they come in 3 different sort of phases of colour throughout their distribution. And the ones in this sort of area you can get are the stripe phase and also a pure sort of black phase, and then more up I think in the Northern Cape sort of area you can get the more uniform brown phase. So pretty cool skinks, really common, and as their name suggests, their common name, they hang around in these sort of rocky outcrops, and at night they just kind of sleep in narrow rock crevices and stuff. So I'm also going to get some photos of this guy, then put him back. Cool. Okay, so just stopped at this little like drift area between the river, and it's got this tiny little raucous toad like the one I caught earlier, but you can see this one is only fingernail size about. And so yeah, these are really cool frogs. They can grow really big, but when they're juveniles like this, they're really tiny little toadlets. So yeah, cool little frogs and little toads. And I'm just gonna put this guy back under his rock and then carry on. Okay, so I just arrived at the spot, and I've come here 2 times now looking for these guys, but I haven't been able to find them, and just got the first one now in the first 5 minutes. This is a Cape Dwarf burrowing skink, Sclerophis caper. Yeah, so this is a really cool find, and really stoked to have been able to get one of these guys. So I'm just going to put him down in a second in the shade, just where it's better lighting and give you a better look at this guy. But yeah, this is a really cool find, and yeah, it's really cool to have been able to find one of these guys again. Okay, so here's the Cape Dwarf burrowing skink, Sclerophis caper, and you can see these are really small little fossorial lizards, so they'll burrow around in the leaf litter around here and also just hang out underneath the rocks and stuff, and that's how I found this little guy. And you can see when they're adults like this, they don't really have as nice a coloration, but the juveniles will have more of a sort of electric blue tail, but you can see this guy does kind of have that sort of coloration on the tail there. And yeah, so really cool little lizards and really nice find. I've been looking for these guys for quite a while now, and they've eluded me the last couple times I've looked for them. So yeah, a really cool species, and I'm just going to carry on and see what else I can find. Right, so I just got another fossorial species of lizard, and this is the Cape legless skink, Acontius meleagris, which these guys, as you can see, aren't nearly as small as the scolotes, but still a pretty small species of lizard. And you can see these ones don't actually have legs, and they are in a different genus from the scolotes. But yeah, cool skinks, and they can be found pretty commonly under pieces of artificial cover or stones and boards and stuff like that. And you can see they've got kind of a yellow sort of belly. You can see he's trying to eat my finger there. And so yeah, cool lizards, and yeah, just gonna carry on and see what else I can find. Okay, so I just got the first snake in quite a while now. This is a Karoo sand snake, Simophis nodostictus, and these are fast-moving diurnal snake that hunts lizards in kind of the heat of the day. And yeah, they'll kind of just hunt skinks and agamas, basically anything they can eat, even rodents and stuff like that. So yeah, they're really cool snakes, and sort of just a dull grey patterning with like this dotted line, but you can also get them sort of a uniform grey plain phase as well. And you can see they're pretty large snakes, not very large, but you can see once he starts moving here, he can move quite fast. He's pretty cooled down right now, so that's not the fastest he can go. But yeah, really cool snakes, and I'm going to get some pictures and then put him back, which I just found him moving across the road going into some bushes, and I managed to grab his tail before he got away. So yeah, really cool find. And alright, cool, so I just found these two little angular tortoises, Justina angulata, in a little speckbone bush around here. And these are really cool little tortoises that are actually a monotypic species, meaning there's only one member in the genus. And yeah, haven't seen these guys in a while. It's really fun to see them again because these aren't as active in winter, and these are the first ones I've seen the whole of winter, so that's really cool. And yeah, they're a pretty common species in some areas, and they just come out in the day like this. And yeah, so these guys, this one on the left here is actually the female, and this one the male. And you can tell that because on the bottom, on the plastron here, the males will actually have more of a concave plastron, whereas the females will have just a normal sort of flat one. So yeah, really cool little tortoises, and really glad to have seen these guys again, and I'm just gonna put them back where I found them. Alright, so just after I found those two little angular tortoises, I've just released them now, and I just came across this little Pedioplanus in the bush here, the common sand lizard. Don't know if you can really see that there, but it's just right over there, you can see its head. And yeah, as the name suggests, these are really common lizards that can be found in the heat of the day like this, just sort of running around these bushes and stuff. But yeah, cool little sighting, but not the lizard I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna carry on. Alright, so I just got this little ocellated gecko in the previous clip, Pachydaktylus heiki, just flips it underneath a little rock with a little scorpion as well. But yeah, this is pretty much the sort of plain phase of them, but this is a juvenile, so it might still get those nice spots and stuff. So yeah, they can get quite a bit bigger than this, but not by a lot, only about almost double the size. But yeah, cool little geckos, and I'm just gonna put it back. I'm not gonna get any photos of this little guy because it's just a small one. Alright, cool. Cool, here's some little hatched out ocellated gecko eggs. Back like this Herping, the gecko you saw in the last clip. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so here's another Pedoplanus, common sand lizard. Right in there, and this is actually a subspecies of the spotted sand lizard. So this is Pedoplanus lanisolata pulchella. So yeah, there he goes. Right, so just in this rock crevice I just found this bronze gecko. It's just gone in now, it's just out sort of on the ledge here basking in the sun, which is pretty strange to see for a nocturnal species, but yeah, I'm just going to quickly get it out and give you a closer look. Alright, so I haven't got this bronze gecko out yet, but I just flipped this rock before I was about to get him out, and got this nice adult ocellated gecko, Pactactylus Herping. So that's pretty cool, but I'm not going to bother him or anything. I'm just going to gently put his rock back, and then I'm going to get this guy out quickly. Alright, so I just got this bronze gecko out of the rock crevice, and this is a pretty dark one. They can get quite a bit lighter than this, but yeah, you can see just by his tail there, it's been regrown halfway down. You can see they've got these really cool sort of granular scales, rough sort of keeled scales running down the back, and these big toe pads as well. And you know, these are really large geckos. You can see they're one of South Africa's largest geckos. So yeah, they're really cool, and they've got these large bulky sort of heads and body, and yeah, they can commonly be found in these sort of rocky outcrops and just around houses as well, on the walls at night and stuff. So yeah, cool geckos, and I'm just going to put him back in his rock crevice. Alright, so it's nice and overcast right now, so I thought I'd flip for some lizards just next to the river here. And I just got the first find, this little western rock skink, Draculaepis sulcata, but I'm not going to bother this guy or take him out of his rock crevice or anything. I'm just going to carry on flipping and see what else I can find. Right, so I'm gonna just sort of further along from where I found the other rock skink, and I just found another individual in there, but it's a bit darker than the other one, so I'm just gonna see if I can't get this guy out really quickly. But I just wanted to get some video of him quickly in case he got away. So yeah. Alright, so I actually managed to get this guy out of his rock crevice over there, and yeah, it's a pretty cool looking individual. It's sort of a darker coloured stripe phase one with sort of a lighter white sort of belly. So yeah, a really cool looking individual, but that's pretty cool, and I'm just going to get some pictures really quickly and then put him back in his rock crevice. And this is the western rock skink, Draculaepis sulcata, just like the other one I saw in that rock crevice. So, yeah. Alright, so I just got some nice wide angles of this little rock skink, and now I'm just going to put him back. Alright, so I just got this really nice looking common sand lizard, Pedoplanus lanisolata pulchella. It's actually a subspecies of the spotted sand lizard, and I just got it under that rock over there, and you can see it's a really nice, it's got some really nice colours on it. If it'll focus here, it's sort of green, there's green spots going down the back there, just on the side, and that sort of red line as well. So it's a really nice looking one, and yeah, you would have seen these earlier in the video. just sort of running around the bushes and stuff like that. Or yeah, these guys just kind of run around from bush to bush in the heat of the day sort of thing. And this is the main sort of, well, actually like one of the main things that these Karoo sand snakes that I found earlier will feed on. And yeah, cool lizards, and I'm just gonna get some pictures and then put it back on that rock. Alright, so I was just walking around and I just stumbled across this nice large angular tortoise, Justina angulata, which it's a nice big female, and this is in situ right now, just underneath this dead shrub, which, yeah, she's just kind of buried underneath there. And yeah, this is really cool to find. I haven't seen these guys in quite a while now, and it's nice to start seeing them again. And so yeah, this is a really cool find, and I'm just going to carry on and see what else I can see. Alright, so I've just changed spots to this little mountain over here, and I just flipped this rock and I found this very, very dusty raucous toad just in here, Sclerophis capensis, which you can see he is just covered in sand. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly wash him off and then give you a better look at him. Alright, so I've just washed him off and now you can see his colour's a bit better, but yeah, these are really cool toads, and yeah, but I'm not going to get any photos of this guy or anything. I'm just going to carry on looking for those nucleus and put him back underneath this rock. Okay, cool. Alright, so I've been flipping stones here for like 5 minutes now, and I just got the first nucleus underneath this rock, so let's just see here. There it is. So there it is. It's a really nice one. It's just in shade that you can see, but yeah, it's still really beautiful. But yeah, so this is the first one, really cool, and I'm gonna set it down in a second and just give you a better look. But yeah, that was really cool. Alright, so here's just a better look at that nucleus, the western sandfeld lizard, and you can see in the previous clip it's in situ underneath its rock. So yeah, this seems to be a good spot for them, and yeah, they're pretty easy to find just on overcast sort of days like this, under stones and in their burrows and stuff. But when the sun is out, then they're more active and they'll just kind of go from bush to bush like the Pedioplanus. And these guys will eat just about anything they can find. So they'll eat scorpions, little invertebrates, insects and stuff like that. So yeah, and yeah, I'm just gonna carry on, start heading back down, and maybe I can even flip another one on the way down. But yeah, it's a really cool find, and so yeah. Alright, yeah, so that didn't take very long. Here is another western sandfeld lizard, Nucleus tessellata. I just flipped onto this little rock over here, and you can see this one is only a juvenile, but it's a really nice one, and this one isn't in shade, it's just got a little bit of sand in the tail there, but other than that, this one is really nice. And the juveniles have this really nice, bright, vibrant coloration. You can see the underside of the tail is this really nice reddish orange color. So yeah, this is really, really cool. I've only found one juvenile. I've only been able to catch one juvenile before, which is also on the same hill in that other video where I caught the other four. So this is really cool, and I'm just going to quickly put this guy down next to the adults just so you can see sort of the size ratio between a juvenile and sort of a more fully grown adult. So yeah. Alright, so I was about to put those two sandfelds down together just so you can see the size difference between adults and juveniles, but I just suddenly flipped this rock and got yet another sand vault, which I'm just gonna place down the camera here. I think you can see the rock there, just so I can grab it. Here we go. Just gonna carefully get it out without hurting it or anything. Here we go. So there it is. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just put the camera again. So yeah, there it is. It's another western sandfold lizard. So this is just crazy. This hill is just a really good spot for them. And this is now the third one I found, which I'll put them all down together in a second and just show you them all together, because this one is a bit bigger than the other juvenile I found. So you can see all the sort of sizes between them. So yeah, this is really cool. You can see he's trying to get me to grab his tail there as a defense mechanism, so you can drop it and sort of just distract predators. But yeah, and that bright tail is kind of used to grab attention to the tail so they can escape, or at least distract their predators and stuff. So yeah, really cool. And I'm just going to carry on, and then in a second after I'm done flipping and down from this mountain, then I will put them all together so you can see them side by side. Alright, so a new species for the day. This is a Cape girdled lizard, Cordylus, and this is sort of like a subadult. They can get quite a bit larger than this, sort of like double the size over that. And you can see they've got these really spiky tails, and that just sort of helps them to sort of be able to stay in these rock crevices and stuff, because you can see they've got these very flat bodies as well, and that's to enable them to get into these tight rock crevices and rock cracks, and the tail just kind of helps to just kind of catch on the rocks, so it's harder for them to be pulled out. So yeah, really cool lizards, but they are pretty common, so yeah, not anything too special, but still a really cool find. And I'm almost down from this sort of mountain now. I was up that direction and then kind of went around and stuff, so yeah, really cool. And yeah, it's been a really good day of herping so far, so yeah, I'm gonna keep heading down. Maybe I can still find some other stuff, and so yeah, cool. Alright, so I've gotten back now, and here are all three of the western sandfold lizards I got on that little hill. So yeah, this has been a really successful day, and so yeah, I just flipped all these guys sort of under little rocks, just sort of chilling in their burrows on this overcast day, which is the way I found a lot of my recent sandfolds. And the last 7 individuals I've actually found have all been on that same mountain, which is front one, the largest one right here, is actually most likely a recapture, because it was found about 3 meters from where I released another individual about the same size. So, but these other ones here aren't actually recaptures, most likely. These were found much further along the hill from where I released the other ones. So cool, and such awesome lizards. And yeah, these guys can also be found on really hot days, sort of going from bush to bush. And like I said earlier, they basically eat anything they can find, from scorpions to little invertebrates and beetles and stuff like that. But really cool lizards, and really happy to have found these guys. So yeah, that'll be it for the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.